Hey everybody, it's that time to talk again about what's going on, not just in Collin County, but all across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And every week, before I get into the numbers, I like to go into context. So this week, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Tomorrow, we have the Treasury bond auction tomorrow. If that does not go well, interest rates for homes may pop up quite a bit. So we'll have to keep a watch on that. I think it's the 3 and 5 year, 3 and 10 year. There's $60 billion worth. So let's keep an eye on that. Buyers, it's still a good time for you as a buyer to be out there looking. Lots of inventory, lots of choices. Many sellers willing to sell under list price. Now, where you're seeing more hesitancy on the sellers there, things under $500,000, there's multiple offers. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going for over list price, but you're going to have less willingness of the sellers to work with you on under list and any seller assistance. So if you're above that price, probably going to do pretty well. I know I had a listing that sold recently, and we'll just say it was negotiated and leave it there. So let's talk about what's going all across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex right now. Last week, there were 4,709 new listings. That's up 660 from the week before. 812 homes went back on the market, up 36 from the week before. 339 339 homeowners increased the price of their house. That's down 8 from the last week. And look at this number. 6,686 home sellers reduced their pricing. That's down 180 or up 182 from the week before. That's almost 2,000 more price reductions than new listings on the market. That's telling you sellers price your home correctly. I'm beating this drum every week. I have some sellers that aren't listing and homes are sitting, and that's going to be the case if you don't price correctly. There are 1,834 homes that went under contract. That's up 12 from the week before. 3,086 homes closed. That's down 340 from the prior week. This week is the second week of the month, so not a bunch of foreclosures. 422 were down 565 from the week before. And 1,096 home sellers canceled their listings. That's up 163 from the prior week. Now let's talk about Collin County. Homes being new to market that have been sold, we're at 1,362. That's down 91 from the prior week. There were 678 homes that were new to the market, had price changes in Collin County. 220 went under contract. 154 went pending. 310 that sold. You can see those new listings for price changes as we see a lot more inventory. So buyers, great time. Sellers, again, price correctly. If you see something wrong with your home, get it fixed. 66% of homes are falling out of contract because of issues with the home. Some are dropping out because of appraisals. That's not as much of an issue, but it's still an issue. So price correctly. If you can see it, a buyer sees it, fix it. Allen, 67 new homes at the market, had a price change. We had 14 went under contract, 8 went pending, and 19 that sold. Levon, talk about it every week. The Evelyn subdivision is one of my favorite out there. 17 new homes at the market, had a price change. 1 went under contract, 9 went pending, and 5 that sold. And Parker had 1 new home hit the market, had a price change. 1 went under contract, 9 went pending, and 1 that sold. Fairview, 5 new homes hit the market, had a price change. 4 went under contract, 2 went pending, and 3 that sold. Now let's talk about the 3 largest cities in the Collin and Denton County area. Sorry, it's Monday. So number 1 this week, again, from homes been new to the market have been sold, is McKinney at 287, Plano number 2 at 205, and Frisco number 3 at 196. Speaking of Plano, 86 new homes hit the market, had a price change. 56 went under contract, 9 went pending, and 54 that sold. Frisco, 95 homes hit the market, had a price change. 44 went under contract, 13 went pending, and 44 that sold. McKinney, 133 homes hit the market, had a price change. 55 went under contract, 28 went pending, and 71 that sold. You can see McKinney has a lot of new listings, and it's one of the most active markets here in the area. It's the county seat of Collin County, so lots of homes there. And lower prices than Allen and Plano. It's a little less in some cases than Prosper and Frisco, so that's why it's usually number one every week. And Frisco, speaking of Frisco, 95 new homes at the market had a price change. Well, sorry, we already talked about that. So Farmersville, we had 3 new homes at the market. 2 went under contract, 4 went pending, and 6 that sold. Wiley, 35 new homes at the market or had a price change, 12 went under contract, 9 went pending, and 6 that sold. Princeton, talk about this every week. Lots of new construction there. There were holds. I think this month they go off hold, but the infrastructure there is really not ready for all the growth that's occurred. 63 new homes hit the market, had a price change there. 9 went under contract, 22 went pending, and 37 that sold. If you're looking in there, especially new construction, watch out for PIDs and MUDs. MUDs will be there on some existing construction. If it's newer, it's probably got a MUD or a PID. I've done videos about that. If you have questions, you can reach out to me. Melissa, 17 new homes hit the market, had a price change. 4 went under contract, 4 went pending, and 10 that sold. Anna, farthest city north in Collin County, growing really fast. I mentioned this before, investors. If you're looking for a good place for investment properties, Anna's definitely one to look at. 47 new homes at the market, had a price change. 2 went under contract, 13 went pending, and 14 that sold. Last but not least, Van Alstyne, 25 new homes at the market, price change, and I mentioned Grayson County is exploding because of the world's largest semiconductor fab there in Sherman. $5 billion project. We're in year 4 or 5. I think we're in year 4 of the project. I can't remember. 3 new homes went under contract in Van Alstyne, 6 went pending, and 16 sold. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm actually going to be doing a video about people relocating here from Canada. I've met a couple folks from there recently, and there's many people fleeing there to the U.S. because of our tax structure and different things such as that. If you have any questions about what's going on in your neighborhood or you want me to cover a subject, I'm happy to. All my contact information is at the end of this video. See you next week. Enjoy the sunny day today. Last night we got almost 4 inches of rain where I live, and we're supposed to get that again this week. Let's hope nobody homes flood, and hope we don't get any more hail. See you next time.